Hi, this is Delboy from Genesis Paranormal Experience, introducing another clip of interest maybe to all you paranormal followers that may be watching this. What you're going to see is 6 short clips, and these 6 short clips are in my own home and revolve around an entity and its liking to my wife. What you will see is, as I keep trying to emphasize, the fact that entities will attach to human beings and use us as a means of transport, which you will see quite clearly in the clips that are going to follow. So, with no further ado, we'll carry on and I'll explain what's going on as you see it. What you see now is my good lady preparing herself to ascend the stairs to go to bed, and before she does that, she's just doing a little bit of tidying up. What you're going to see when I saw this amazed me, and that happens now. There's the figure. My wife walks into the kitchen and the figure departs and sits on the settee. What happens now was equally amazing as I call my wife in surprise back into the room. The attachment got back off the settee and went to join my wife, at which point I asked my wife to stop, which irritated her, and I asked her to maybe start moving her arms and legs. The exact word was to dance. Now what you see now is a structure that the sensor has put in my wife. Note where the feet are on this structure. They are not where my wife's feet are. But watch what happens any minute. As you saw, the structure disappeared, and now there's a structure back in my wife, but this one is full sized. So I assume that this is a structure that the sensor has put in my wife, because the structure's feet are where my wife's feet are. I now ask my wife to attempt to do some sort of breakdancing or dancing, which irritates her at the best of time, but she's playing along. This structure is following every movement that my wife is doing. So this must be the structure that the sensor has put in my wife, because it's picked my wife up. Yet, what do you think to my wife's dancing? But watch this. My wife goes back in the kitchen and the structure doesn't. At this point, I am shouting my wife, please would you come back into the room, which she does every night, and she's now giving me some medication which I need from time to time and a drink of water, and carries on just making sure that everything's as it should be before she ascends to go to bed. Now she makes sure things are really square and as they should be. But watch what happens now. Look at the back of my wife, and where there is nothing between my wife and the TV. There is nothing attached to my wife, but watch this. And not want my wife's butt, that's not what we're watching. But just, can you see? At the back of the telly, there is a structure that's not attached to anything, and now it's gone. That proves that there is, in my living room, a free structure, a free entity that's attaching to my wife. Yet again, here she comes, the lady herself. What I need you to see here is where their hands are. The entity's hand is not where my wife's hand is. It's actually resting on my wife's bottom or butt. So the structure you're seeing attached to my wife is not my wife, and it does get away with touching my wife's butt. But this entity has a liking that is equal to mine for my wife. So the main aim of Genesis Paranormal Experience is the fact that the paranormal is an experience. You've just seen, while I'm sat in my front room and my good lady is trying to clean up after me, that there is something that's attached to her, it's following her, it's interacting with her, and at one point it's actually waiting on its own for her to stop doing what she's doing, and then it can join her again. The emphasis here is on that you do not have to go to a haunted castle or a haunted church, although all churches are haunted, or a big nasty demonic infested building to meet with spirits, because there's a spirit sat outside of you now watching me actually proving what I'm saying. This is all we are trying to do. Me and JC, we're just proving that whatever you're doing, whatever you're just carrying on your daily life, there is actually a spirit, or lots of spirits, carrying on their daily existence alongside you. So with no further ado, I'll leave you with that. Please feel free to subscribe. Please leave comments. Start a conversation. Somebody must have some questions about this evidence, because I can get this evidence in your house, but only if you drink tea, because I don't drink coffee. But so I'm going to say goodbye until next time from Genesis Paranormal Experience.